What's up guys, it is I, once again, Mr. Gamer 990, and today guys, I want to talk about and review the adventure puzzle slash platformer game by Atlus Corporation, Catherine. And Catherine is a game which I spent 2 days playing, 2 days of excruciating pain and frustration, and finally completed. And to say that this game is challenging is a understatement guys, because this game took me quite a long time to complete, and I had to look up a lot of times online how to solve certain puzzles or platform events in this game. And there are a total of 9 events that takes place. These events are actually nights in which the main protagonist, Vincent Brooks, who's had 9 sleepless nights, and he's experiencing these nightmares. These nightmares come because Vincent has been having an affair with this young woman named Catherine, with the C, the blonde lady right here. And during this affair, he has a girlfriend, another Catherine, but the original Catherine with a K, not the C, and she is a brunette. And Catherine with the K is a workaholic and someone who loves Vincent but also takes pride in her work. She takes pride in her work and has Vincent's best interest in mind, and she wants Vincent to sort himself out and to try to take responsibility and act like a mature grown adult. Only Vincent believes that their relationship has rushed into a marriage. Vincent, as much as he loves Catherine, he never imagined he would get married to her because he was very happy with the way things were. And the way things were for him were the most happiest and content he's been. But Catherine wants more than that, and her mother's very demanding. And because Catherine has so much pressure with her work and with her mother, and her wanting to take the relationship between she and Vincent to the next level, she seems like the one who's taking their relationship more seriously. Vincent, on the other hand, is like a man-child who's not ready to grow up, and because of his on and off affair with this girl Catherine with the C, he's experiencing these nightmares. The nightmares once again takes place over the course of 9 nights, and what's very strange is that other men are experiencing these nightmares. Men who are young and are having affair with other women or have certain flaws to them that makes them basically sinners. And this game has a lot of themes and ideas it delves into, as well as a complex story, which is very surprising for a adventure puzzle slash platformer game. I was expecting this game to be a simple puzzle solving game, but no, it has a deeper story and it has a lot of themes and ideas it explores. It presents those themes and ideas to the audience very well. And Vincent, while I don't like this character per se, I do feel very mixed about him, though I did find him to be a very interesting, fun, goofy as hell character despite being a man-child. And I love how Catherine with the K is the more mature character, the one who is taking things seriously. Most of the women in this game are far more mature than the men. They include Erica and Catherine with the K. Now Catherine with the C, I don't really like her character all that much because of the fact that she's basically the ideal version of a woman. It really does irritate me that Vincent finds this Catherine with the C, the blonde girl, to be the more fun, exciting, and the girl he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Because from where I stand, Catherine with the K is actually a lot more reasonable and a lot more mature, and plus she is quite beautiful guys. I mean honestly, Vincent has so much going for him, and yet he doesn't have the balls to take the next step in their relationship. So I really like the fact that the women are the ones who are the more mature ones. Despite my issues with Vincent and my real life issues with men and their infidelity, I do really think that this game has a lot of the themes, ideas it presents that I find quite compelling. And the gameplay itself, while I'm really not a big fan of it, like I mentioned before, it's quite challenging. And to say this game is challenging is a huge understatement, because there are times playing this game I want to bash this cover across my head. That's how annoying it was to get across these events during the course of 9 nights. As challenging and frustrating as hell as this game can be. The sense of accomplishment is really good, and I found it to be quite rewarding. And the sense of accomplishment is what you play this game for, similar to the Soul series, because the story might not be all that interesting to you, but if you do love 3D platformer games, 3D platformer puzzle solving games, I think you'll find something in this game to enjoy. Even though I don't find the character of Vincent to be a likable character per se, he does evolve through the course of the story, and I like the fact that Vincent at the beginning has no balls. He lacks the courage of a real man, and by the end he actually does to grow a pair of balls and stands up for himself, especially when you decide to choose the woman of your dream, whether be it Catherine with the C, the wild promiscuous girl, or my personal choice, Catherine with the K, the more mature, reasonable one. I love this more mature, reasonable version of Catherine because this is the kind of woman I'm into, a woman who's smart, loyal, very open, caring, and considerate, and not someone that sleeps around with any man she meets. And while Catherine with the C does genuinely like Vincent, I didn't like her character because of how promiscuous and wild she was. And it's fine to have freedom and be chaotic all you want, but sometimes you have to have a balance. If you guys and gals ask me, I look for a man or woman who does take relationships seriously and does commit. Relationship is a very complicated thing, and this game does explore the dichotomy between freedom versus order and chaos versus law, and how you decide to play this character Vincent Brooks, and how you decide the direction of your life, the life you wish to lead with the woman you love, whether be it the promiscuous girl or the more committed one. Catherine is a story that explores the flaws and different layers of men and women, and how relationships are, and how men find it very hard to commit to a relationship. Not all men, but men who are very insecure, sexually frustrated, and lack responsibility. The irresponsible nature of men is what really annoys me. A lot of men can be very irresponsible and very immature. A lot of it is because they're either having a midlife crisis. It could be because of how men really can't stand the idea of marrying a woman and sticking to one woman. It's a notion that haunts a lot of men, and me speaking as a man who doesn't really consider relationships to be all that important, I did find the story portrays these kind of men in a very authentic way. If the story is well thought out and well written by the developers, it's something I really do appreciate. Good stories told right with authenticity. Besides how authentic the game was and how it portrays men, certain men, not all of them, I got used to the puzzle solving, platforming elements of the game. I do love the variety of ways you can solve these puzzles across the course of 9 nightmares, and the game overall is very good, frustrating as hell, yet still very good, and the story is the best part if you ask me. The themes and ideas explored in the story is something I believe will hook you guys and gals on. If you guys and gals love puzzle solving adventure games that's set in a 3D platformer world, and you love compelling stories like the one present in Catherine, I think this is a game you will enjoy. In my personal opinion, it's not a perfect game, but still one I enjoyed a lot, and I think you guys and gals will too. That's my review to Atlus Corporation's Catherine. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe if you wish, and do check out my other channel where I talk about movies, anime, television, and so forth. Until next time, peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.